So, mortgages for expats. Can expats get a mortgage here in Dubai? Okay. So, UAE banks will lend expats up to 75% of the total property's value. Here's everything the banks will not tell you up front. So, yes, expats can get a mortgage here in Dubai. Here's how the process actually works. So, loan to value limits. For properties under 5 million dirhams, expats can borrow up to 75% of the purchase price. For properties above 5 million dirhams, the maximum then drops down to 65%. However, UAE nationals get slightly higher ratios. This means on a 3 million dirham property, you need a minimum of 750,000 dirhams deposit, which is 25% plus your buying costs on top of that. Now, income requirements. Banks require proof of income, such as a salary certificate from your employer if you're salaried, or audited financial statements for the previous 2 years if you're working here in Dubai as an expat and self-employed. Most banks have a minimum income threshold, typically around 15 to 25,000 dirhams per month, depending on the lender. So, debt burden ratio. Banks assess your total monthly debt obligations against any loans, credit cards, and the proposed mortgage against the income. So the maximum allowable is typically 50% of your gross monthly income. So, for example, if you're earning, say, 50,000 dirhams a month, then your total monthly debt repayments, including the new mortgage, cannot exceed 25,000 dirhams. The pre-approval process, okay? Please get pre-approval before you start seriously viewing properties and contacting agents. It is very frustrating for us agents to have a client with us that's interested, but they're not pre-approved, they just applied for it. It can take a while. So once you get pre-approval, it tells you your real budget. It signals to the seller that you're a serious buyer, and it can speed up the transaction significantly once you've found the right property. Pre-approval typically takes 1 to 2 weeks once all the documents has been signed and submitted. Current rates. Mortgage rates in the UAE are currently in a broadly similar range to that of the UK, buy-to-let mortgage rates, typically 4.5 to 6% depending on the lender and also the product. Fixed rates periods also vary. The key difference to remember versus the UK that there is no income tax on the rental income covering your mortgage. In the UK, mortgage interest relief has been significantly reduced and rental income is taxed as income. In Dubai, the rental income that covers your mortgage payments faces zero income tax. The same rate of interest feels different when the income covering it isn't always being taxed. DM me and I can point you towards a good mortgage advisor. I'm both British actually, that's very good, and they've advised 2 or 3 of my clients before. Thanks so much guys, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.